Hey folks, Aaron here from Aaron's Practical Reviews, and today we are going to review Canon 16-35 f4 L series lens right here. It's my new addition. So let's get into some of the key specs on this guy here. First off, 77mm thread for your filters, minimal focal distance, 28 centimeters or 11 inches. Extremely close, which is good because it's a wide angle. Weight 1.35 pounds, which honestly puts it just outside of the range of being able to vlog with it comfortably. Now you can vlog with it, but you have a minimal amount of time before you start to get tired, before your arm starts to get tired. It's very heavy. So let's get into some of the key points that I've found using it over the last few weeks. First of all, the 16-35 I found to be an extremely useful focal range on a full frame camera, not so much on a crop sensor. Okay, because on the crop sensor it's only slightly larger or slightly wider than the 18-55 millimeter kit lens. So you're not getting a whole lot there on that. However, on the full frame, 16 is extremely wide, and with that 16-35, I found that zoom to be extremely useful, especially for composition in certain spots. For example, on this bridge right here. Now at 16, it's a little too wide. I don't have a lot of leeway on a bridge, so having that little bit of zoom made a huge difference in the composition and really made the shot work. So at the 16, I do find some distortion, which is actually expected, and it's very easy to fix in most post-processing apps such as Lightroom. Alright, it does have image stabilization, which is really nice for video and also for lower light. So it allows you to lower your ISO and raise your shutter speed. It says up to 4 stops. I guess that all depends on how steady of a hand you have and how good you are at being still while you take photos. I've tried it. I've had some decent success in lower light by doing just that. So it does work. However, at f4, I would say keep your expectations realistic. You know, it's not an f2.8. Now for its uses, absolutely landscape for sure. And then another really important use for this guy is real estate photography. Indoors you can be in really cramped spaces. It's really wide. You may struggle a little bit in the lighting, but if you got a tripod, extend that shutter and you can get a nice clean shot. Take it to post-processing, bump up the shadows, blah blah blah, get all that all set, and it works really well in a lot of situations. Again, on a full frame, you need that full frame to get that to take advantage of the full width. And like I said, for video, it's very clear edge to edge, except when you go to 16, you do notice slight distortion. Bump it up to about 18-20 and the distortion goes away, but obviously you lose some of the width. At 35, there's no more distortion. The distortion is basically gone. So let me show you some of the images I had. I've had it out a few times to some of my favorite spots. Here, I'll show you here. This is called the Scioto Mile here in Columbus. Here's some images from that. Really nice place. Depending on what time you go, really quiet. Excellent place for photographers to visit. Then here's the Columbus Zoo. I was just there. Not as much use there. However, I wanted to try it indoors. It gave me the opportunity to do that. Got some pretty decent shots. And what's nice with that minimal focal distance being 11 inches, I could be right up on stuff, and it's really wide. So it's really nice for stuff like that indoors. And then here, this is my Metro Garden that I like to go to here in Columbus. Inniswood Metro Gardens and little flower park. One of my go-to places. These are my pretty much go-to places when I test out these lenses to see if I like them enough to keep them. So this guy here, as you can see, it's got its uses, but I thought this is something that I needed to fill a void for the wide angle. I would love to have gotten the f2.8, but it costs another $1,000. I don't think I need f2.8. I have an f2.8 from the 24 to 70 f2.8. I think the 24 is wide enough at f2.8. I can get most shots there. So really, I only needed this. I needed the width at 16, and the f4 I can live with, especially with the image stabilization built in to help me in the lower light. So that's it. I think this is definitely a lens that will fill a niche, fill a void in your kit for that really wide angle. Now, it's not something it's not going to be an everyday lens, I don't think, but I mean, there's always that moment, no matter where you go, where you want that those, you know, 1, 2, whatever, however many wide shots, and this does that for you. It's pretty clear, pretty sharp edge to edge. It's got the weather sealing, being an L series. It's built like a tank. Excellent all-around lens, coming in at about $1,000, and it's a little bit older. It does come with the lens hood, which is nice, and Canon's little flimsy leather pouch bag that's worthless. But all in all, excellent lens. And it's, like I said, it's not a lens that's going to wow you. It's not a lens that you're going to put on your camera and get fantastic bokeh, but it's a lens that's going to serve its purpose exceptionally well. Excellent autofocus, all the things you'd expect from a Canon L lens, and as you saw from my pictures and a little bit of the video there, extremely easy to use, and it just works. So that's it. That's basically my take on this guy. I'm glad I have it. I'm not blown away by it, but I wasn't expected to be. It's just one of those things that I really wanted to add to my kit. Now I have it, and I'm pretty confident that with this and the 24 to 70 and then the 70 to 200 f2.8, both of those are f2.8s, I have a pretty solid kit, and I think this was the missing link. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and keep an eye out. I think the next video I'm going to be doing here is going to be the 85mm f1.8. That'll be coming out in a week or two, and then I want to do a little thing on prime lenses. I've got a bunch of primes, the entry-level primes that I want to touch on. So again, thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for those, and we'll see you soon.